Chapter 2, Part 2. Parks, parks like Disney World or Universal Studios, and then taking them to plan their summer vacation at Fun Jungle. Put up until the moment. Everything was supposed to be surrounded in security. Almost no one was told the actual arrival day. Even Summer had kept in dark. She had to learn the night before and primarily called me to share the news. Li Ping was she being shipped at Fungo from San Diego Zoo, where she was born and in custom-made, climate-controlled semi-truck. A male panda Shanju would be flown from China later in the summer, who would hope that they breed originally had hoped to make even Limping's transit across the country. He wanted to christen the trunk Panda Express, a splash of Limping's picture all over it, and it have stopped for photo oops in every town. All that Limping delivered was so far from more cans in time. The truck was especially designed for Panda on the inside, but on the outside it looks every other truck on the highway, a blend of easy to ignore gray. However, the if ident that all attempts of secrecy had failed. Word had gotten out that Panda's invasion had arrived full force. Fun Jungle had displayed a koala. The previous winter it had been surprised by how many fans those animals had. But that was nothing compared to how crazy were pandas. Pandas seemed were rock stars in the animal world. Right now we have a group piece. The people who worked at Feng Jungle had ready to call the panda maniacs. Maybe it was because pandas are cute, maybe it was because they are rare, probably it's a combination of two. Whatever the case, pandas fans were more intensive than those other for any animal. Other. For starters, they dressed up almost everything. Everyone gathered outside the front gates had worn a combination of black and white. Mainly were merely the panda-themed T-shirts, but a surprising number wore panda costumes or had painted their faces. Almost everyone had set of Lieping's ears, which had been available in purchasing at Fun Jungle for weeks. They're quite similar to Mickey Mouse ears at Disney World, except the ears themselves are a lot smaller, which allowed J.J. McCracken to avoid accusations or copyright infringement and save on production costs. Instead of looking like a large group of pandas, however, a big mass of black and white really looked more like an Antarctic penguin colony. Meanwhile, the press had come out in full force, as well as new trucks from the local TV station, along with a few national ones. They were parked outside the gates. Cameras at the ready. At the ready. Instead, the park at the far edge, the entrance plaza stood much smaller, considerably less athletic and contingent of people. J.J. McCracken was there in his customary jeans and cowboy boots, looking friendly around crowds. Pete Daymaker stood beside him, dressed in fancy three-piece suit. Then came Chief Hoegnaker. Funjo was head of security in freshly starched canvas outfit that looked more like something a five-star general might wear. After they came, my father ready to dominate the Panda's Rainbow with 3 summer cameras, 2 digital CLRs, and 1 video recorder. Dangling from the strips around his neck, the person last was Mom, who helped Dad out that morning. With 2 camera bags lugged around her shoulder, she and Dad were the only ones in the group who had the sense to wear shorts and a t-shirt in the heat. It's been bad enough to have all the pandas freak out there. JJ was grumbling as Summer and I arrived. But how the heck did all the news stations get wind of this? What holy idiot tipped them off? Peak Sweet, looking embarrassed. JJ wheeled on him. He was near my foot shorter than Pete. Even when he lifted his cowboy boots, well, JJ personally was big. He somehow seemed just as tall. You told them? Not all of them. Pete wailed. But I thought it'd be a good idea to offer exclusive access to a few stations. Jax was the only one who was supposed to get exclusive access. JJ snapped, pointing at my father. So we would control the story this time. If you offer exclusive access to a bunch of people, then it's all not really exclusive anymore, is it? No, Pete admitted. But the news stations all get more excited when they think they have exclusive access. Only it looks like a few I babbled to all the others, as well as half the country. Hoegner muttered, nodding to the crowds, and the crowds gonna get real angry. They find out the pandas not even going to be displayed for a month. JJ said. A month, Pete echoed, going pale. What do you mean? Pandas have to go quarantine at the hospital, JJ explained. Just like the other animal that shows up here. We have insulated it to make sure it doesn't have any diseases that infect the rest of the animals. You know the drill, Daywalker. Yes, Pete whined. But I figured since the panda would be on display by itself, that would count the same as being quarantined. No, Dice, JJ replied. Federal regulations state it has to be done in official quarantine facility for 30 days. And the doc says it could be longer. Longer, Pigas looking like he might pass out. Men were all focused on the issue. No one had noticed Summer and me arriving except Mom. She stepped away to greet us, ran her fingers through my wet hair. She smelled them. saltwater, she observed. Someone was swimming with the dolphins again. Wow, Miss Fitz- Fitzroy, Summer said, impressed. I see where Teddy gets the detective genes from. You can go with permission, right? Mom asked. Yes, I groaned, even though Mom's suspicions were probably just infected. Summer and I had snuck into the habitat before, though merely for fun. We had only done it to investigate crimes. Olivia Pearlie was with us the whole time. So what, as I suppose, did you hear? Did you hear? Dad asked the other men. I'm filming Leaping Arrival, or are we all the news crews? You are, JJ replied, cutting Pete off before he could answer. You're not the only one I trusted around the panda. When the truck gets here, I want you to front the center. You go inside the trailer, document Leaping, and you stay with her until she gets transferred to quarantine. He turned to Pete. That is the exclusive means the news will just have to happy with the film the truck. They won't even get to see the panda, Pete asked. Exhaust. They won't be happy about that. Well, then you better go change their minds about it, JJ told him. Flash that. Sorry. Flash the old smile of yours. But a good spin on this and make sure the crowd doesn't turn into an angry mob. He checked his watch, then added, and do it quick. Leaping's coming in hot. All right, Pete said. He obviously annoyed at JJ, but he turned toward the news crew, standard confident on the camera. Personalities took over. A smile bloomed on his face as he straightened his tie sharply toward the gate. The moment the crowd saw him coming, the excitement grew. Everyone started asking if Pink was going to arrive. I will assure you, you don't have to think what meeting is nearly over, Pete announced. The tree went up. Sometimes Seawalker can be such a moron. I'm surprised he can't walk in a straight line. He looks good on TV though, JJ said. Often that's all that matters. Are these crowds gonna cause us any trouble? All that matters. Are the crowds gonna cause us any trouble? I think we will be alright. Hall Walker assigned extra security at 0600. The morning in the case and eventually such as this, no one as a park, but JJ knew what Hall Walker had done before. He had taken over security, but still. I'm sorry you guys heard movement. It was making me big.